Welcome back. Now, the country is gradually warming up to 2027 general elections. And one question is still very clear. The question about Igbo representation is back at the center of national debate. Now, we're looking at 2027 political build-ups, revisiting the Igbo agenda with Honorable Chidi Ofebu. He's a politician and a former governorship candidate for Imo State. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lillian.
You're welcome.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to have you here again.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what is your idea of the Igbo agenda in 2027 elections? What is that looking like?
Well, no, I've always said it. Igbos, they are not prepared though. Let's forget sentiment. We need to be prepared. We need to organize ourselves. If we can organize ourselves, then we talk about taking over. We are not prepared.
How are we not prepared?
Yes. You look at Abia State, the deputy speaker of House of Reps. He told the governor, a sitting governor, that he is the number 6 member. And he cannot be number 6. His state is in another party. Those things are not relevant. What they should think about is Southeast. How do we build Southeast? How do we bring ourselves to a round table? As the number 6 man, why not liaise with the governor? See what you can bring to the state and the zone, not to be quarreling with the governor. The governor is the chief security officer of the state. If God has made you number 6, glory be to God. Then what we should do, liaise with the, irrespective of his party. What we are talking about is Southeast. Use that position to organize things, not to come and tell the governor that he is not coming back in 2027. No. Okay, for example, in 2003, you know, Anyo was the Senate president. He was quarreling with Sam Igbo. And during the election, Anyo didn't come back. Everybody else lost that seat because both of them were quarreling. Okay, look at Leto Joe Madekwe. He was Minister for Transport. We are talking about seaport in Southeast. He is very close to Obasanjo by then. He was busy fighting with Tojo Okano. How prepared are we? Okay, look at what just happened in Enugu. The Minister for Science and Technology, him and the governor, they are brothers, they were fighting. Instead of them to come together, use your position as Minister for Science and Technology. You have CD in Enugu, they are into manufacturing. You have Proda. All these things are under his office. Can't you work with the governor and see how the state can benefit from all these things? They kept on fighting. Is that how we are going to move? Is that how we are going to succeed? We are talking about if you are in Abuja, make friends with those in the east. Let's talk about the Southeast, not personal interest. What I have seen many of them do is personal interest, and that's why they are not lasting. Before you know, they are out of the way. But if you can bring the synergy where the national and the state can come together, irrespective of your party, let's have in mind that what we are talking about. How do I better my state? How do I better the zone? Then you will not begin to talk about preparation for 2027. But now you will see, if we are not prepared, mentally, spiritually, planning is not there. We need to plan. When we plan and love ourselves and talk about our state and the Southeast, then we can now come together as an umbrella. We can now come together as a broom and succeed. But the way they are going, we are not prepared.
All right. Now, are you saying that the problem that we've been facing since the democratic rule in 1999, where Southeast was, have been marginalized for a long time, are you saying that the fault is ours, that it is our problem because we're not in unity? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Look at Kema Chikwe. Kema Chikwe was Minister for Aviation during Obasanjo, and she's very close to Obasanjo. Imo State is not an international airport. That's why I respect Stella Odua. Stella Odua didn't play that politics. That's why Enugu is graded as an international airport, so to say. So if we can come together as a people, forget personal interest. All of them is thinking about their personal interest. But the moment we begin to think about the state and the zone, things will get better.
Well, are you aware that after the first republic under Nnamdi Azikiwe and the partial regime of Aguiyi-Ironsi in 1966, that we have not held any other substantial power in governance? So, are you saying that the Igbo presidency cannot be possible in 2027 without the factors that you're mentioning?
Look at Tinubu. Tinubu didn't just win president. He planned for it. At least 70-80% of former governors are working with him from the southwest. Many of them, they are working with him. This thing is all about planning. It's not about sentiment. It's all about planning. Okay, look at P2B. Is P2B and Soludo in good terms? Are they working as a team? That is what we are saying. You see, our people has not come to understand this political game. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12, it says wisdom is a defense. Wisdom is a defense. He said money is a defense. And knowledge. How do we put our wisdom to get these things? It's not something you just come and you talk. It's the turn of Igbos without planning. Tinubu planned for it and he is enjoying it. So we the Igbos, we need to come together and plan. It's all about planning. It's all about loving ourselves. It's all about believing in ourselves. Coming together. Okay. Don't you see how Tinubu gathered so many people from the West and they stood for him? How many Igbos are coming together? Rather, they will fight you. They will destroy you.
Now, since we're talking about the Igbo people, this issue of Nnamdi Kanu, just on Monday, we had the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. So tell us, what are your thoughts on that protest and, what has happened surrounding it?
You see the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. In 2023, when Tinubu was declared the president, we were in a small garden. I told them, I said, the Tinubu I have followed politically will not want to hold Nnamdi Kanu for the next 8 months because he will want to release him. Why? Tinubu took what belongs to the Igbos. He had twisted the Igbos and collected the president. 2023 is meant for the Igbos. But he had twisted us because he planned it. He was planning. He was not sentimental about it. So holding the president that belongs to the Igbos and holding Nnamdi Kanu, who is too dear to the heart of Igbos, two things. So I said the Tinubu I know, who is a Jagaban, who knows how to play politics, he will not hold Nnamdi Kanu. But I think that one I miscalculated it because for him to still hold Nnamdi Kanu till now, I don't know. So I think there is still time for him to know that Igbo land is bleeding. Forget about whatever anybody is saying. You are holding the president that belongs to the Igbos. You are holding Nnamdi Kanu, who is too dear to them. Release one now. Release one. If it is Nnamdi Kanu, release for us.
He's holding Nnamdi Kanu as part of his plan to come back 2027. Maybe to release him before the elections to win the support of the Igbo people. What do you say to that opinion?
I love egusi soup very well. But if I'm hungry and you didn't give it to me when I need it, and I went and took snacks, when you bring the egusi and pounded yam, it will not sink. Because I have waited and waited and waited, and you didn't give it to me when I need it. There's a period you will bring it and say, carry this your food. Did you understand me? It will not make sense. So at this peak, it will make sense. At this peak, let I know Jagaban is a planner, but let him plan on this. Know that Igbos, anybody who tells you that Igbo land is not bleeding, Igbo land is bleeding. Because of the level land they can do with everything in them. So if we can just come out and say, okay, for peace, unity. Do you know who President Tinubu is? He is a Father Abraham. He's a father of the nation, Father Abraham. Before he became the president, a great man of God called him that he is going to be the father of the nation. So as a father of the nation, what he needs to do now is that what is happening in every zone, as a father of Abraham, let me bring peace, let me bring unity. So all these agitations will just die a natural death.
All right. Since we're still talking about Nnamdi Kanu and the agitations, recently, he sacked his lawyers and Sowore was arrested in court, and he made mentions of witnesses that will come up for the next case. He called people like Brotai, he called Nyesom Wike, he called Dave Omahi, he called Sanwo-Olu, he called so many people in the government. So what are your thoughts? What are your comments on that?
You know that my brother Nnamdi Kanu is a very intelligent man. So all these people he has called has made one statement or the other before now. And he's believing, since you have made this statement, come and be a witness. Come and testify it in the court. That's why he's calling them. So let's see as it goes. Okay.
Now, this idea of sit at home, I mean, that Monday of the protest, we saw, in Enugu, everywhere was deserted and the likes. And this sit at home has been a recurring event in the Southeast for a while now. Now, do you think that this sit at home is a good way to show that solidarity that we as Igbo people are standing with Nnamdi Kanu?
You see, let me tell you, what is happening in this Nnamdi's case and this sit at home has never happened. That is to tell you the level of love, unity the Igbos have for Nnamdi Kanu. The sit at home has cost Igbos a lot, but they are not interested. All they know is that this, our son, Nnamdi Kanu, we want to honor him. We want to show him how much we love him. Igbos are business people. But you cannot say every Monday they will close their shops and sit at home to tell you how dear this guy is in their heart. So the sit at home, I believe, gradually is facing up. I pray that God will touch the Mr. President to release Nnamdi Kanu for the Igbos. I just pray so that all these things will stop and peace will return in the Southeast.
All right, Mr. Ofebu, beyond sitting at home, you know what played out in Anambra? Because we spoke to one of our correspondents there. He said that there was movement there, nothing more. The sit at home wasn't serious. And with the fact that, Peter, what is his name? Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State and people were not protesting. Even people were expecting that governors will come out and speak, give statements, support, do a little bit of protest, but there was nothing coming from their end. So what are your thoughts?
You see, my thought about this is that Igbos are not yet ready. Do you understand me? When we are ready, we speak with one voice. Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man. And what is he fighting for? Freedom. What are the things Nnamdi Kanu is saying? Nnamdi Kanu is saying that in Igbo land there is no seaport. Give us seaport. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that in Igbo land there is no good functional international airport. Give us international airport. Nnamdi Kanu is saying in Igbo land let there be embassies. Nnamdi Kanu is saying in Igbo land let us see federal presence. Nnamdi Kanu is just agitating for good governance in the Southeast. That's what he's saying. So if he is saying it and many people believe that he is on his own, we are not speaking with one voice. You see, let me tell you the Yorubas. The Yorubas, they are smart. You see their friends, they will come out and say, we don't need this. They go in. They tell the people what you are doing, do it. Igbo, don't you see Igbo? Is anybody holding Igbo? Did anybody stand against Igbo? They will say it in their rooms. They will come out and they will shout. So they know how to do it. But in our own, it is the Igbo who will say, kill him. Kill him.
No, you're saying that you've spoken so much that Igbos are our own problems, but at the same time, don't you think that there are also issues of profiling? Because if we're still looking at this Nnamdi Kanu's case, we saw that even before Sowore was arrested, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and his brother was arrested before then, and also the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, even when the court has ordered his release. Now, seeing all of these things, don't you think that there is also issues of profiling and marginalization at play?
It is very clear.
But you said the Igbos are the...
No, see, let me tell you. The problem now is that there is a way we speak with one voice here. No enemy will come in. no enemy will come in. But everybody that is in this room, somebody will go and sell us out. You give confidence to the outsiders. And when they come with authority and alacrity. Do you understand me? So all we need in Igbo land is unity. Let's speak with one voice. I will always use this GTB problem. The moment they wanted to mess innocent up, see what happened. Under 24 hours, Igbos withdrew their money. Tell me any bank in Nigeria that will want to tamper with any Igbo businessman. You know it's not possible. Because they know that the moment you tamper with that man, Igbos will withdraw their money. So if we can channel this thing we have done in the GTB to other areas, we will be respected. We will be respected. There are things I think our leaders should do. Today is Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow you don't know who it will be. But if there is a synergy that is holding Igbos together, you will come, they will say, no, these people, you can't break them. Let's be very careful. There are political statements. There are statements you make. People will know that, yes, of a truth, that these people are very, very serious in what they are doing. Look at America. You don't touch an America. They will come for you. Look at Tinubu now. You see, talk anything, you find out that the Yorubas will fight you. So what we are doing is regional governance in Nigeria. If it is regional, then with the Southeast, we must come together and understand that we need to organize ourselves. I was listening to Fayoshe the other day. He said, which is the real truth? When you go to Lagos, Igbos are the second largest voters. You go to Kaduna, Igbos are the largest. You go to Sokoto, anywhere you go. So as far as voting is concerned, Igbos will have the number. But have we been able to harness it and come together? I know what I'm saying because I have studied the political terrain of Southeast. All we need to do is to come together, believe in ourselves, have leaders who will speak and people will listen and we will move as a team.
All right, now moving away from Nnamdi Kanu, let's talk about the security situation in the Southeast. What would you say, how would you assess the current security situation in the Southeast currently?
I know there was a period I would be in Owerri. By 8 o'clock, I will leave Owerri. Only me, I will drive down to Enugu because the road is free. But now, I can't do it because of the security. So we need to come together in the Southeast and have a seminar about security. You see, there are people we have not engaged. When you look at, we have a retired IG, Ogbonionovo, is there. We have Okiro, is there. We have General, this our own brother, General, the former Army General. What's his name again? I will remember his name. He's there. Have a security summit where you bring in these people. When you bring them in, we have a security summit. We have retired DIGs. We have AIGs. We have CP. They didn't waste 35 years just to go to learn how to eat money or whatever. But when we bring them together, and there will be a security summit, involve the councillors, involve the House of Assembly members, involve the local government chairmen, involve the senators. Like in the East, we have 95 local governments. If you can bring in those 95 local government chairmen, I wouldn't say this one on the air. If we come together, because if there is a system that is working, even when you are no more a senator, the system is working. When you are no more a governor, the system is working. Because when we come together with the people we have who has paid their dues in security, bringing them together, working as a team, taking care of them by all these people I have called, you will find out that the security problem of Southeast will just be a dead thing.
All right. Now, let's talk about zoning and regional power sharing. When it comes to the Igbos, do you think we are, well fit into the zoning? Are we included?
Zoning?
Yes.
Is it by...
Politics?
I don't know. I want to understand what you mean by zoning. This zoning, is it by...
Presidential zoning.
Presidential zoning?
Yes.
In 2023, the zoning is supposed to be for the Southeast. But the day zone, Atiku has nothing to do in that 2023 election. It has nothing to do. Because Buhari was still in power, and he is contesting. So let me tell you, systematically they have destroyed zoning. Systematically, they have destroyed zoning. For Atiku to contest in 2023 election, the North has destroyed zoning. They have destroyed zoning. So Southeast is not properly engaged in the zoning. Because why? We are not together. You know, when I talk about being together, I know what I'm saying. We are not together. There is this fight. There is this fight that is going on. And it must be me. It must be me. It must be me. And by the time we are saying it must be me, a tree cannot make a forest. If they respect, that's the reason why when you talk about North now, they know that at least 60, 70%, 80% of the North, they come together as a family to discuss. It is not so in the East. That's why so many things have been denied to us. Omai is not enjoying the Minister for Works because he's from Southeast. He's enjoying it because he played a personal relationship. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. He got it because of personal relationship. And what we are saying is that in the Southeast, as it stands now, what stops the federal government to say, okay, Chief of Army Staff, Southeast, this one, South-South, Southwest, South-South. But they don't think about us. Anybody you see getting anything from Southeast is getting it on personal relationship he has built for himself. So we need to work more on ourselves so that we can be getting this. When they talk about Southeast, there are so many decisions that has been taken. They didn't even include Southeast. Southeast is not there at all. They are not thinking about us because there are things we have not really come to do politically.
All right, now let's talk about Wike and PDP anti-party maneuvers. I'd like you to, you're already laughing, so I believe you have a lot to say about that. So what are your thoughts about, you know, the legal and intra-party tussles around, you know, PDP and, you know, Wike and all of that? What's...
Honestly, when I look at the problem between PDP and Wike, I laugh. If you talk about anti-party, when you quantify it with what Wike is doing and what has happened politically in Nigeria, the anti-party of Wike has great-grandchildren, as far as PDP and Wike is concerned. But come to look at it, why is it that the whole BOT members in PDP and the National Working Committee of PDP, none of them has ever stood before Wike and say you are doing anti-party, and because of it you are being suspended? What is happening? Which means there was an agreement, and Wike kept his own. So, and lastly, I began to understand why Wike. There are two songs Wike will always sing. Agreement is agreement, you. I don't know if you people were hearing it. He was singing it in 2023. Agreement is agreement, which means there was an agreement. And I know to a certain extent that Wike really spent money for PDP. He really stood for PDP. You know, and there's another song he will always say, Enyendebe, 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 Enyendebe. So Wike was yelling PDP. And when it was time for PDP to yell Wike, they declined. That's why they denied him the PDP primaries. And Wike got annoyed. So the problem with Wike and PDP, I think the problem is from PDP. Wike kept his own bargain, but PDP didn't keep their own. So the only thing I will ask PDP is that they should go and look at Wike and say, we have offended you. Sorry. So that the remaining carcass in PDP will not be destroyed. So that there will be life. Because Wike is a force. I think they offended him. Because I can't imagine, during the days of Barnabas, Jimade, Solomon La, Madali, Bamanga Tuko, Awudobe, when you mess up, PDP will sanction you. But how can it be said today that everything Wike has done, none of them could stand before him to say you have done wrong and you are stand suspended, which means they are the ones that looked for his trouble. So the only thing they need to do is to go and apologize to him so that PDP, his one-party system will never help Nigeria.
All right, now we're also seeing that Wike I know you've said that there are grievances, Wike has some grievances towards PDP, but at the same time, he seems to be on two sides of the coin. He's still a PDP member, but he's, also identifying so much so with the APC government. So it's kind of confusing as to where he actually stands at the moment.
And that's why I told you his anti-party has great grandchildren.
And to add to what she's saying, why won't he decamp if he has so many
yes, why can't he move
against PDP? Why can't he move? Why is he stuck there?
You see, I have never seen anybody that went to see Tinubu and come out and still shout. So I don't know what the way Tinubu does it. I don't know if he has something in his mouth. Because when you have a relationship with Tinubu, you will not like to live in. And that is what I'm seeing between Tinubu and Wike. They are very close. And because of the role Wike has played in PDP, he's holding PDP tight. He's holding PDP tight. So maybe Wike is introducing another system of politics in Nigeria, that I can be in Party A and still be in Party B. Everything is a system. This cap and wearing that, somebody designed it. So probably Wike is designing another form of political movement, that you can be in APC and still control PDP, or you can be in Labour and still control ADC. So we are trying to look at that studies. I will talk to some of my friends who are professors to see if we can incorporate this in a university program, so that we will understand how Wike is playing this, that he is in APC, government, and he is controlling PDP. I think there are things under we have not really come to understand. But as the time goes on, it will unfold.
So how does all this crisis actually affect the PDP's credibility as the major opposition party ahead of 2027? Do you think they can recover from all these issues?
They can recover. They can recover. If they plan well. Like I said earlier, let them go and talk to Wike. Forget sentiment and pride. We have offended you. Let them go and talk to him. PDP once in Nigeria was the best party you can think of. So, but today, what is happening? So they can. Yesterday, I learned the North has brought out Turaki, the former minister for special duties, to President Jonathan. And I know Turaki very well. He's a man I have met many occasions. I know him very well. He's a gentleman. If they can bring him, I think PDP will start to resurrect. Turaki is a son. He's a sound lawyer, very sound lawyer. So I think probably PDP is trying to build and redeem their image, because Nigerians are watching.
Now, you said earlier that it seems as if Wike is trying to start up a new system where you can control one party and be in another party. But there are also people who have the opinion that since he currently is in the middle, identifies with both of them, that there is also a possibility that he's planning to also start a new party from both sides. So do you think that that is, something that could happen?
Wike has proven a point. There's nothing that is not possible with that man, Wike. If he can hold PDP in ransom, and he's doing what he's doing in APC, when you go to Abuja, you will find out that Wike has brought a lot of changes in Abuja. That man has brain. He has brain. I don't know, because nobody has done this in Nigerian politics. Being in Party A and controlling Party B. That's why I said that this is a new system. And I need to ask the professors, if it can be a course, so that we will know and learn. Because I can't imagine, that's why I said, no BOT member, no National Working Committee can stand before this man and say, what you're doing is wrong. Which means there is something under that none of them could stand up. I know before in PDP will tell you, my friend, what you're doing is wrong. But nobody is saying it. Maybe it's a new system. So, like you asked, Wike can be in the middle, trying to, that man can manipulate things. So I'm afraid of him. So let's watch and see as 2027 is coming. Let's see how it rolls.
All right. Speaking of 2027 and elections, you know, Anambra State gubernatorial election is coming up November 8th, and now we have a new INEC chairman who is, you know, doing everything possible to make sure that Anambra State election goes as planned. And you see Tinubu trying to, you know, admonish him to, you know, be a man of integrity, you know, include this, have peace, and all that. You know, what are your thoughts? Do you think he can deliver? And do you think the president appointing an INEC chairman, I beg your pardon,
yes,
is the right thing? Do you think the constitution should be changed, you know, to move the president from having that power to appoint a chairman?
You know, the level in Nigeria politics today, that power belongs to Mr. President to appoint. So except they will change it tomorrow. But as for today, that power is in his hand. When I was growing young, my father would tell me, if anybody looks for your trouble, fight the person. Do you understand me? Don't give that person any chance. Fight the person. So that, you know, became part of me, that I didn't want anybody to win me. So, and when I go out and fight and probably beat up the person, my father will come to that scene and he will be quarreling. I became confused. I said, I was saying in my mind, you told me that I should not allow anybody to defeat me. Now I've defeated this person. Now you are trying to blame me, you know, as a child. But when we went in, my father told me that that is what he would tell me outside. But inside, I should beat anybody. So INEC, the new INEC chairman has been advised to not be partial, you know, outside, but inside. There's a reason why he was brought. So let's watch as it goes. Let's watch as it goes.
All right, now let's move. Let's move away from the politics. Let's look at sports. Now, the Super Eagles and the World Cup. What do you see? How do you see the Super Eagles performing? You know, what are your thoughts about the Super Eagles qualifying in the World Cup?
Honestly, you know, in Nigeria, the only thing that brings the Muslim, the Christian, the Yorubas, the North, the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Igbos is football. That's the only thing that brings us together. And Nigeria could have missed it. You know, Fini the judge was the problem. At his level of professionalism, he was appointed the coach. He wanted to bring his own team. You don't do it. At the face of World Cup qualifying series, you don't do it. You know, these people just came out from Nations Cup and they did very, very well. Instead of you to build their ego, their spirit. I was reading something, I don't know if it's really the one that said it. He said these boys come to the field with big phones. They came to show up. Why shouldn't they show up? Somebody who went to play professional and is being paid in dollars and in pounds, he has to show up now. Is that why you are annoyed? You wanted to remove Osimhen, you wanted to remove all the players that brought glory to the nation, and in the face of World Cup, you know. But thank God that they were able to bring this new coach. You know, the coach was trying to do experiment, and I was not happy with the coach, because you look at Zimbabwe when we played with them. What they target is Osimhen. The moment 10 minutes to end the game, Osimhen will be removed. And these people will be playing defensive game. By the time they are playing defensive game, the moment Osimhen is being removed, they will attack us, they will score. You know? So, and it became a routine. But thank God, in the last match, because the coach will always play Osimhen in front. Only him. But the last match, you saw that he played 4-2-4. Meaning that Osimhen was there, Adams was backing him up, Simeon was there, what's his name again? Chukwueze was there. So we have 4 attackers, and that's why Benin could not withstand us. So I want to thank the coach. The last match, he has made his experiment. He has come to stay. So that match, that was the first time I saw Super Eagles giving Nigerians what they need. We have players, we have them. All we need is to bring their spirits together. So I want to thank the coach for the last match. That formation he played, he must, you know, I played football. So don't be surprised when I'm analyzing it. I played football. So the formation he played, the last one, If he maintains it, Nigeria has skill. They have skilled players. Look at what Osimhen is doing in Champions League. The guy is doing well. We can't have Osimhen, we can't have Lookman, and let the coach stop playing Lookman behind. Let him be playing him in his position. Because if you had watched Atlanta last week, when the coach now brought Lookman to the left side, his normal place, he began to pressurize the team. I played football. I know how to analyze it. God bless you.
All right, Honorable Ofebu, now what is the way forward? How can Nigeria, come together? I mean, you just said now that sports is something that brings Nigerians together, but even at that, we still see this divide. So what would you say is the way forward for the Igbo people and Nigerians as well?
See, Nigeria needs to come together. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. But what we have, our government is still playing regional governance. If Nigeria should come up and understand that Nigeria is the giant of Africa, things will change. Africans will look for Nigeria. What US is what Nigeria is supposed to be to Africa. But we are still playing. Look at when Buhari came. He has his own personal agenda, not the agenda of Nigeria. And Tinubu came in now. He's trying to, put things in order. But it has not been easy. So all we need is coming together as entity, so that Africans will know that Nigeria is their father. Africans will know. We have that role to play. But I pray that the Nigerian government should stop regional governance and play federalism government, so that Africans will know that Nigeria is the powerhouse. So if we can do it, I think Igbos has a lot to offer. And the moment they begin to include Igbos in so many things will begin to change. Because Igbos has the grace to turn things around. But because of it, we are not involved. But I believe that with time, they will involve us. And with time, Nigerians will understand their role in Africa. And when we begin to play that role, I want to honestly tell you that Nigeria will be great again.
All right. A very big thank you to you, Honorable Chidi Ofebu. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you. Now over to you, Uche.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ofebu, for joining us on the show this morning. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Uchenna.
All right. The morning show will be back in a moment. Do stay with us.